Because, guys, we actually saw the Washington Mystics make some significant changes. Now, the Washington Mystics decided to trade their, in my opinion, basically best player in Myisha Hines-Allen, or definitely one of their best players in Myisha Hines-Allen. They also traded away the rights to Kiera Lundqvist, who's a Swedish player, which I'm going to go into who she is more in a little bit, because I actually think that she's a really, really good player. So yeah, we'll talk about more about her in a sec. But the Mystics trade away Myisha Hines-Allen and the rights to Kiera Lundqvist, and in turn they receive Sika Kone, they receive Shook Sutton, and they receive 2 draft picks, the 2025 second and third round pick. All right, so that's what they get. So they trade away some pieces, they get who they get. Now, here's the thing about the Washington Mystics. I have them in the win category. And if you all are like, wait, how in the world are they in their win category? They just traded away the player who was kind of doing much. Like, she was doing a lot for this team. I want to talk through why I actually think that this is a good move for the Washington Mystics. The reason why I think this is a good move is because I am of the mind that if someone wants... I'm of the mind that I really do think that Myisha Hines-Allen wanted this. I think she wanted to leave. Like, I am very much interested to hear what she has to say. I haven't heard an interview from her since the trade has happened. But I think this is one of those situations where, you know, if someone has an opportunity to do something better for themselves, they want to go somewhere else. Let them go. Let them be better. Let them have more opportunities, and you just sort of build from there. I sort of kind of think that this is possibly that type of situation where, you know, they're getting rid of someone who can actually score them quite a bit of points and whatnot. The thing to know about Myisha Hines-Allen is she is actually averaging 8 points a game so far this season. She averaged 8 points a game, almost 5 rebounds a game, 2.7 assists per game. Now, the reason why I think this is a W move for the Washington Mystics is because they have decided that they want to change course, finally, in my opinion, and they are deciding to move on. Myisha Hines-Allen has been with this team since 2018. She was with them when they won the championship. You know, it's time to move on. This is a Washington Mystics team that's trash. They know they're trash. They're okay with being trash. And I think what they are trying to do is basically tank. I think they have decided, you know what? We're not good. It's okay that we're not good. And we are going to move accordingly and focus on the future, right? You still have a player like Ariel Atkins who actually, scratch that, not Myisha Hines-Allen. Ariel Atkins is the best player on the squad. You still have a player like Ariel Atkins with the team and can, you know, at least for the fans, not be that much of a disappointment because she still can absolutely ball. You still have Ariel Atkins. You have, you know, Shakira Austin, who's healthy now, right? You have Brittany Sykes, who is still like battles health stuff. You have a player like Stephanie Dolson who can shoot threes and be fun at times. You have players that I think can make it entertaining for fans, for Washington Mystics fans. Let me know, Washington Mystics fans, if y'all agree with that. But so you may have interesting games. You may come close to winning games, but you're not going to win games. And I think that's what they want. Because at the end of the day, they want the games to be fun. They want the games to be interesting. But ultimately, the Washington Mystics want to lose, in my opinion. In my opinion, I think they're looking to tank, and they are looking for a really, really good draft pick next year. Possibly, well, definitely lottery draft pick, but possibly they're trying to look for that first round, for that first pick. That's what they're trying to do. It is the Paige Bueckers draft next year, and for sure, the Washington Mystics want that. They want it really, really bad. And that's why I believe that this is a W move for them, because they've decided, you know what? Out with the old, in with the new. Let's make ourselves into a team that will compete for the number 1 pick in the WNBA draft for next year. That's what I think this is. That's what I think. That's what I think. But I'm very curious to hear what you all have to say about that. Because, guys, think about it this way. When the Mystics, at the end of the season, if the Mystics are able to get the number 1 pick, they have a really good squad, right? They have a really good squad. You have, if you are able to get a player like a Paige Bueckers, you already got her bestie in Aaliyah Edwards. You already got Shakira Austin, who is fantastic, especially as she like stays healthy. If she can stay healthy, oh, watch out. She's a really good post player, right? You have Ariel Atkins, who's a bona fide scorer. You have Stephanie Dolson, who is sort of like the leader of the squad and sort of a post player who can shoot, right? You have Brittany Sykes, the defensive lockdown player. You have a really, really good squad if they're able to get a player like Paige Bueckers. And so I think that's, in my opinion, what they are doing. And that's why I think this is a W. All right. And again, guys, I'm very much curious to hear what you all have to say about this. Do you all think this is a W for the Washington Mystics? Let me know in the comments below. Also, guys, if y'all could please do me a huge favor and hit that like button. We got about 300 people joining, it looks like. If y'all could do me a huge favor and hit that like button, that really does help the channel out a whole lot. Yeah, I really, really, really do appreciate it. All right. Okay, so let's continue on. Now, guys, I'm gonna move this over a little. All right. So guys, I'm actually trying something new today. I am trying to actually go live on Instagram as well, and so we'll see how this works. We'll see how this works. So I'm gonna move my person over a little bit to hopefully. I think the Instagram people, I think you all are like seeing like a part of me, which is like weird. But hopefully we'll get that fixed pretty soon. But anyway, I really do appreciate y'all so much for rocking with me. Thank y'all so much. Hope y'all are having a fantastic day. This is this is a great what is today? Thursday? Wednesday? Great Wednesday. All right. Continue on. Let's continue on. All right. I want to dive into a little bit further. So while I said this was a W move for the Washington Mystics, I do want to actually talk about like what specifically has happened with this team, and I want to break down every single trade that we ended up seeing. All right. So let's sort of go down the trade list, player by player. All right. And first we have Maishan Allen. As I said earlier, she has gone to the Minnesota Lynx, and she went to the Minnesota Lynx for the 2026 second round draft pick and Sika Kone. So that is who we got for that. That's who we received for that decision. All right. As we sort of continue on here, a thing to note about both of these players. One is Maishan Allen, as I sort of talked about earlier. She's a player who averaged 8 points a game. She hasn't played in that many games. She hasn't started in that many games for the Washington Mystics. But she's averaged 8 points, 4.9 rebounds a game, and 2.7 assists per game. Now we do see that Sika Kone has arrived with the Washington Mystics, and I want to talk about Sika Kone real quick. Sika Kone is a player who can be awesome. I think there's just more growth that Sika Kone has to do as a player. I think she can end up being a really, really good player. But she just has more growing to do. And I think that's a thing. That's an absolute thing. So far, she barely has played the season for the Minnesota Lynx. She only averages 3.4 minutes a game, averages 1.2 points a game. But she's a player who, if she's able to, she has a lot of raw talent. I think she just needs the game to slow down a little bit more for her to be successful. And I think going to a team like a Washington Mystics, she might have some more opportunities to sort of work out the kinks this season because, again, they're trying to tank. They don't care, ultimately, what happens for the rest of the season for the Washington Mystics. In terms of winning and losing. Of course, they want to make it entertaining for the fans, but, they don't care about winning. So that's the sort of thing right there. And then they get the second round draft pick. That doesn't mean anything. For the most part, second round draft picks don't make it anyway. So I think that pick, it doesn't matter that much. And we see that the rights to Claire Lundquist did get traded away to the Phoenix Mercury, and the Washington Mystics received Shook Sutton. Shook Sutton is a pretty good role player, right? She is a player who has earned herself a roster spot in the WNBA. She's a player who sort of played in other leagues to sort of try to make her way in the W, and she has. But I think there's just not that much that she was able to offer the Phoenix Mercury because they are competing for a WNBA championship. And guys, for those who are watching on Instagram, thank y'all so much for rocking with me. I didn't realize the view was going to be like this type of view, and so that's why you only see part of my face. I'm going to fix that for future live streams, so please bear with me. Thank you so much for your support. Anyway, Shook Sutton so far this year has averaged 2.9 points a game, 1.1 rebounds a game for the Phoenix Mercury. And she plays close to 15 minutes a game. So she's not that impactful of a player, but I actually think that she will get a lot of burn with this squad, with her new squad, I should say. All right, and the Washington Mystics have made the decision to waive Didi Richards. Now, guys, if you all are like, wait, Didi Richards, they got rid of her? Yeah, they got rid of Didi Richards. The reason why is because Didi Richards is out for the rest of the season. She's out for the rest of the season because, Achilles injury. She's going to have surgery on that. And they're like, you know what? Let's make sure. Let's waive you and let's move on. Let's waive you and move on. So the Washington Mystics have traded away fan favorite. Like, everybody seems to love Didi Richards, but she has been waived for the rest of the season. It always sucks when you're hurt, you can't even come back to play that season, and then you get waived. Like, it's just like, it just sucks. It just really, really sucks. Thank you so much, Shay on Instagram, who says we'll always support you. Well, I appreciate you so much. And again, I apologize for the view for the Instagram people. But I'm gonna fix that for future streams. All right. Yeah, FM. The Mystics did waive. They waived Didi. Yeah, they waived Didi.